Start recording. Okay, we are recording. We shall begin a podcast. The intro is rolling, by the
Yay!
way. Welcome, everyone, to Tales from the Gona, your favorite podcast in the whole world. I know it. You don't have to deny it. I'm your host and MC, Clay, and I'm joined tonight by the world's best storytellers who happen to be my brothers, Mark Jr. Say hi, Mark Jr.
Yes, sir.
And Nathan. Say hi, Nathan.
Ahoy, hoy.
That wasn't hi, that's its name. Our honorary poet laureate.
You said yes, sir. Fuck you.
Intend to share stories about drop kicks as a result of family visitations, and I can't wait. But first, I must mention that I am suffering sympathetic pains. I woke up this morning and my fucking hip hurt like a motherfucker. It's been awful all day, and it's traveling down my leg now. And Denise is all like, sciatica, just like Nathan.
Sciatic, bitch.
And yeah, it's a whole bunch of no fun. And I'm taking medications and doing the sciatica stretches that Denise has recommended. But fast movement is my enemy. So that's the state of mind I'm in. I'm feeling okay, though. I got this sweet cinnamon chai black tea right here. Let me take a...
Yeah, be that fucking annoying dick.
I'm an NPR caster now, didn't you know?
God damn. Make me stop listening to my own shit.
What are you talking about?
No, I stopped listening to some podcast. I don't remember what the fuck it was called because he wanted to drink tea and be like, this is the best tea ever. Like, just eat the dick. God damn.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I unsubscribed almost immediately. So there you go.
Damn. That's harsh. Well, I guess we could jump right into it. I don't have much preamble or anything, unless there's something you guys wanted to say to the audience before we begin our tales of woe and laughter.
I have been going to physical therapy for my sciatic, and it helps tremendously. It feels pretty good, but my physical therapy for it is normally about 45 minutes, and they kept me for an hour and a half and beat the shit out of me, and I've been so sore for like 3 days ever since. And they made me do this one thing where I can't describe it obviously because it's weird, but they made me do this one thing, and my leg tingled for like 20 minutes afterward.
Damn.
That's they were like, no, that's good. And I was like, pretty sure that's not good. Pretty sure I should be able to feel my leg.
I'm not feeling good about it.
Stretching it out. I was like, no, I don't think it is. But yeah, it's good fun. It runs in the family. I don't think it's bad at all, but it does do that.
Oh.
I think mom has sciatic nerve pain too. I know Betsy does.
Damn.
So sleeping on the floor helps tremendously, bro. At least for me. Because I need a new bed and my bed's old as shit. So it's all super soft and I don't enjoy it anymore. So, but we're going to have real trouble when we go to buy a new bed because Betsy likes a super soft bed and I like the floor.
Sleep number.
That's what I was about to say. Mark Jr.'s got a recommendation.
Sleep expensive, bro.
Yeah, sleep expensive.
Sleep expensive.
Right. Yeah, but Nate would have that bitch blown up like a rock. It'd be great. Now, everybody see here, this is the first podcast. I mean, you audio listeners, the 13 people that download this regularly from the audio feed, you don't get to see it. But if you check it up on YouTube, there's Mark Jr. It's amazing. We haven't seen his face in months. And there he is. Oh, I got you full screen, bro. You can't escape it.
All right.
Okay. All right. See, he's just not to see now. He's camera shy. We got to get him used to the camera again.
Camera shy? I'm just fucking flipping through this fucking magazine. Biatch.
Damn, the fucking video to audio lag in Hangouts is the realest. I mean,
Are we not streaming to YouTube right now?
No, we're not doing it live. I told you that last time.
Yeah, he's got to edit it.
Remember things. The fuck do I remember? I don't remember nothing.
Well, that's because you're maybe the worst. Anyway, last week we started with, or last time we made a podcast, we started with Nathan. So I thought this week, let's start with Mark Jr. Mark Jr., Tell us tales of woe
What's
and
up?
laughter.
Woe and laughter. Well, no, I mean, okay, all right, it's great. We're gonna name them something different this week, so we don't, Clay has to giant bleep for 13 seconds in a row.
Well, I just did that as a matter of convenience. I could have just bleeped out the words, but then I listened to the whole run-on sentence that you had going on about that lady, and I was like, you know what?
Exactly.
Anyway,
Bleep the whole fucking thing.
We don't want to break up the flow of memory and conversation, so just state everything exactly as you remember it, and I'll beep out the inappropriate parts. It's cool.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I'm just gonna call her Lynn. If you know me, you know who the fuck I mean. Okay.
Okay.
I know you, and I don't know who you mean. So there you
Exactly.
go.
You know who the fuck I mean.
I don't.
Just
cool, whatever.
Just use it all the way you remembered. It's fine.
Okay. All right. The way I remember it. Okay. Anyways, I grew up in a rather large city, and if you grew up in the 90s, you grew up in a mall. Now, I don't know about Nate before he comes off on some shit about living a different life than me, obviously. I grew up in a mall. Nate grew up in a card shop. Tomato.
Also a card shop in the mall.
Bam. See? Tomato. But we hung out in the mall a lot. And
you didn't have a purpose.
I couldn't hear anything he said.
It's okay. Go on.
But I grew up in a mall, and it was great times. And I was supposed to meet my girlfriend there, and then she calls and says, I have to go shopping with my parents. I won't be up there, blah, blah, blah. So it's cool. So I'm kicking it with the homies, kicking it by, smoking cigarettes and doing dumb shit.
Right.
What? I mean, that's what we were doing. Nobody was stealing or anything because Woolsworth was already gone. What? Woolsworth was the worst,
easiest place to steal.
You could literally steal half the store, and they'd be like, "Could you want a bag?" So we were chilling in the mall, and there's this hot chick over there. Now, this chick I've been chasing for like 2 years. Now I know back in when I was 16, that was fucking forever. All right, 2 years was fucking forever. So I run up on this girl. I start chit-chatting. We're bullshitting. And this bitch is actually going to give me her number. At least that's the feeling I'm getting, right? Like, yeah, shit's about to go down. This is what's up. Now, mind you, I had been with Yin, Nate, for about a year and a half now. And not thinking anything of it because she told me she wasn't going to be at the mall. So I'm chilling, macking on this chick, trying to spit some game. I'm okay.
You just use so many 90s terms in that one sentence.
That's the point.
A hard time.
That's the point. 90s terms because I'm a 90s baby. I mean, granted, I'm an 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Go on. So I'm getting this chick's number. She's actually writing this shit down from me, and then literally out of nowhere, you hear like a hyena scream. You know what I'm saying? Like a high-pitched Clay. Insert hyena scream.
Right. Okay. Maybe I'll cut that
in. And literally get jump kicked in the back by my 4'11", 100-pound Vietnamese girlfriend. It was the greatest shit ever, not at that time.
And what'd you do at the time?
What do you mean what I do at the time? I got the wind knocked out of me. I'm laying on the ground. The chick's laughing at me now. I fucked that all up, getting jump kicked and shit. So I fucked that all up, and you hear Yin's dad scream, "Come on, honey!" And she just walks away, happy as a bitch, like, "Hey, I'm coming, daddy!" Like, did this bitch just jump kick me? Knock the wind out of me, dude. I'm laying on the fucking ground. It hurts like a son of a bitch, and I can't do shit because it was a 4'11", 100-pound Vietnamese girl.
Right, because you're the asshole if you get up and do something back.
Right, even though this bitch just yelling hyena kicked me in my back. Like, right in the middle, fucked up my whole game. Bitch didn't even leave her phone number. It was fucking horrible.
Dude, all right. Why were you trying to step out on your girl? That's what I
hold on.
Know.
Hold on. All right. I will not justify this. I will give you an answer with another shitty answer. Okay. What happened was she had a hot-ass cousin. All right?
Okay.
Yin went to Vietnam for a month. And her hot-ass cousin came over here. All right? Well, 1, 2, 3 leads to I got to smash that. It was fucking fantastic. 1, 2, 3 later, she tells Yin. So, but this bitch is already back in Vietnam and shit. So there's no repercussions for this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So Yin tells me that we got to break up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. We've done this like 19 times, right? It's cool. You know, we'll be back together like tomorrow or some shit. I ain't even worried about it. So then, and my jealous dumbass, she starts fucking with this dude named Rick. I don't even remember if either one of y'all would know him. He was only there for a year. And I get all super jealous and shit. You know what I'm saying? Start talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like typical man shit. Like, I fuck whoever I want. You can't. Rules in this shit. All right? So I get all super jealous, try to pick a fight with him. And then Yin's like, fuck it, it's cool. I was just using him to get back at you. So now he's pissy. It was great. So I took it as a perfect opportunity to smash the next one since I figured I could get away with it. And it didn't work. It didn't work. And Adam, motherfucking Adam, can eat a dick forever, and I will never forgive him for cock blocking me. Bitch.
Who the fuck is Adam?
I'm not gonna say his last name. Clay beep it out. Clay knows exactly.
You're talking about Adam. Yeah, it's fine.
Don't bleep that shit out. You cock goblin cock blocking bitch.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw out there that last names don't help. Give me a scenario or a situation.
He's the one whose brother got ran over by a bus.
I don't remember anybody getting run over by a bus.
He has the same birthday as Clay. When we had birthday parties for you and Clay, he was always there.
No.
Clay kicked it with him for like 2 years. Then I kicked it with him for 2 years because, you know, Clay had to have babies and shit.
No.
You don't remember him at all? Really? Little short guy, long hair, kind of doofy looking motherfucker?
No. Isaac?
Damn.
I remember Isaac.
No, not Isaac. He's fucking little snitch rat motherfucker.
Well, let's see. Okay. Adam, his brother was killed by a city bus, right? That's
Jonathan.
Right?
Yeah.
And he lived, if you went way up, it wasn't Witch Duck, it was the next one over. What was it, Mark?
When would I have met him? I guess.
It would have been in high school. He was the only guy in high school who looked like a lumberjack. No.
He still had his grunge phase on in 1999.
So did I. So what?
Well, I didn't know, but I'm trying to express how he dressed. This nigga had plaid on and shit.
Anyway,
I mean, I don't care what you wear.
Wait a minute.
Was
So
he with Squash and them?
Yeah.
Was he a part of that clique?
Yeah, he was part of me, Mike, Squash, and Adam. Remember that?
Mike or Adam at all. I remember Squash because
he was in your grade though.
Rob hit him in the chest with a knife.
With a butcher's knife. You have to chuck that shit across the room. It was wild as fuck. And stuck out of him. So.
And then he slept on the floor in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I remember Squash. I do not remember Adam. Okay. Was his sister pregnant in high school?
Yes. Kelly.
Okay, because I think she hit on me, and I wasn't feeling that.
Dude, her daughter is fucking smoking.
I don't like younger women.
You make, Mark Jr.
What?
I don't like younger women, so that's not going to do anything for me.
Nate, obviously I don't either, but I can appreciate hot.
Pass. Hard pass. She's probably dumb.
Dumb's okay.
Dumb's not okay, bro.
Dumb's okay.
Let me tell you the difference between you and me, Mark. Is one, the first difference from this story that you just told us, I've never cheated on a woman a day in my life. Not one time. I have literally, and all you bitches, all of you, I go through a fucking 30 of you bitches. I cheated on all you niggas except Donna. I've never
fuck y'all
cheated on a
bitches.
single woman in my life.
Damn, Donna better feel really special.
I love her. She's like my soulmate. It's just a shame she's older. But yeah, she's my soulmate, dude. If I'd have met her, 15 years earlier, I'd probably been like crazy bitch. But also, you'd have been in like a junior in high school. Yeah, and she would have been like 30, and it would have been really awkward. I tried. Didn't work, but I tried. So, but no, that's the whole point, Nate. You're supposed to live young, wild, and free. That's why you're young. Duh. I've never been young, wild, and free a day in my life, bro. I did it all the way up to like 26. My whole life, I was like 9 going on 40. That's how I live life. It's cool. I like it. I'm responsible. I mean, however you want to live your life, but I love to party. I used to love to party. I don't love to party at all. Somebody's like, you want to come out and have a beer? I'm like, eat a dick. I mean, I had my fair share of stuff. I was going to compliment your mall story with the time I was late to Arby's because I got into a fight at the mall. That was annoying.
Well, why?
Fucking mall. Because it's a similar situation to Mark's, except it wasn't my girlfriend. It was the chick's boyfriend. And he like pushed me from behind.
So I went swinging because I was hitting on this girl in the middle of the mall. And he was pissed.
Okay.
And I was in my Arby's shirt, I guess. It's cool to try to pick a fight with the guy in his Arby's uniform. And he fucking pushed me from behind and started yelling. So I just turned around swinging, fucking clocked him in the jaw hard. He fucking crumpled. His girlfriend's over him. I'm like still swinging. Mall security's coming at me. I was like, what?
There ain't nothing like a shot to the jaw to make a man's legs come out from under him.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I've gotten into several fights in my days, but I will openly admit that was a lucky hit because I was just swinging wild, like turning, swinging.
Oh,
and I'm
swinging without looking?
Her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't hit her because she was like right beside him. And had he moved or ducked at all, she'd have gotten clocked.
All right, so the moral.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I had to explain to my boss. I don't remember who he was, the black guy, like kind of
Jerry.
Yep,
Jerry.
I had to explain to him why I was late to work. And I was like, I got into a little kerfuffle at the mall, and he was like, didn't know what it meant. So then I had to try to tactfully say that I knocked somebody out at the mall and had to run from mall security without just coming right out and saying that. And it was a little hard. Yeah.
All right, what do you want?
That's my fight story.
Okay. Anyways, I was going to give you the moral to my story.
Okay.
Don't cheat.
Do not cheat on your old lady unless you want to get jump kicked.
I mean,
I don't.
Or worse.
All right, fair.
Or worse, she might like chop your dick off or something. I'm sure that little crazy bitch probably would have. So, you know, I guess I'm lucky it was a jump kick. And then, then you go back into the stereotypes of do all these motherfucking Asians get fucking elementary school martial arts training? Like, who the fuck taught this bitch to jump kick?
I think we could all jump kick, given enough.
No, dude, like perfectly and land it and then turn around and run off. I don't think so, dude. I'd fall, hit my leg, be like, oh shit, my knee. Oh. I couldn't even run, dude. I'd be fucked.
Well, none of these old men on this podcast are going for a jump kick at this day and age, Mark. If I'm getting into a fight, I'm squaring up and swinging, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I might bite you. Bites hurt a lot.
Oh, I will be honest. I'll fight fucking dirty. All right.
There's no honor in a clean fight.
Yeah, fuck you. Because if it's a street fight, I don't know if you're gonna kill me, and if there's a lead pipe beside me, I'm sure as fuck gonna kill you. You got me down on the ground and you're wailing on me, and I can fucking grab a pipe or something and hit you in the head. It's happening. Promise. Guaranteed.
Yes.
Fuck that noise.
Man,
yep, I agree.
I spent a shit ton of time in the mall between the ages of like 11 and 16. And I am racking my brain trying to think of an interesting story from that time. But
dude, I got so many stories from Pembroke Mall. Got beat up a rent-a-cop and then got hit in the head with a billy club by a cop. It was fucking sweet.
That was the first place I ever got punked.
What does that mean?
So this guy, we were at the card shop, and me and some of my friends were there, and this other kid was there that I knew, whose name shall remain nameless, and he was role playing with some of his friends because that's what nerds do. And I needed a life counter, so I was like bullying him into giving me a D20, and then like two of his friends stood up and started talking shit, and I backed down. That's what being punked means.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when there's three of them,
Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't gonna do shit. He's actually a decent guy from what I gather now. I don't keep up with anybody from high school at all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who they were. But yeah, there was definitely two of them. And as the great Ron White once said, I didn't know how many of them it would take to beat my ass, but I knew how many they were going to use.
Right.
So, yeah, I had great stories because I was in the card shop right across from Bit of England. That's where we met Jeremiah. And there was a woman who worked there at the card shop. I think Michelle was her name, and she was gay. And the only reason that's pinnacle to this story is because whenever a new guy came to the card shop, like she was attractive. Like legit attractive. I don't know if you guys ever met her, but
no, doesn't sound
we had to explain to every new guy that came into the card shop that she's gay, so don't bother hitting on her. Not that most of them would anyway, because they're nerds and women are scary. So this guy Chris would not believe us that she was gay, and laid it all out on the line in front of everybody, and did this big grand gesture to try to get her attention. And then her girlfriend walked in. It was hilarious.
I'm like, fuck it, I can take them both. What's up?
I got room for two.
That's not how nerds operate, bro. That's not how nerds operate.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get the nerd bug till I was older. So
I spent plenty of time in the mall, but not doing what you guys did. I just went there to play Magic the Gathering.
Oh, I went there to do wild ass shit. It was fun as a bitch.
Well, I
The mall
remember
was great.
that, like, by the time I came to my formidable years, 14 to 16, that kind of area, I was done stealing.
Yeah.
Been busted, one too many times, and that I was just over it. Getting busted was too much trouble. And so I don't have any good stealing stories. I know that's the only piece of sugar tooth memorabilia I ever owned, aside from the albums, of course, was a hat that was made by a custom hat booth, embroidering booth, in the middle of Pembroke Mall. And Rob paid for it. What'd I tell you guys last time? I hung out with Rob when he was willing to spend money on me. We, spent the whole day at the arcade, went and saw this werewolf movie twice. Just sat in the theater for an extra go-round. I think it was Bad Moon. That was the movie. Bam, it's all coming back to me now. It was a very good werewolf movie. And then we walked out into the mall, and there was this brand new, super sweet hat kiosk. And I was like, damn, that would be sweet. Sugartooth doesn't sell any merchandise because nobody knows who they are aside from Beavis and Butthead. So, and the guy was like, all you got to do is pick a font. And I was like, I don't have $25 for a custom embroidered hat. And Rob was like, here you go. Laid it out. I was like, hell yeah. So I got I lost that hat. Of course I did.
That's the worst mall story ever.
I see, this is the real steel rod in the spoke of this fucking podcast. Me. I could be the host and MC, but
you
I
just don't remember them.
I'm sure they happened, but I don't remember them, so I can't tell them.
Hold on. You don't remember blowing your load on Greg's pillow and then not telling that motherfucker?
That's it. That is a great fucking story, dude. That shit was awesome as fuck.
Well, nope, somebody's going to have to tell the story for me, because I have no idea who Greg is or what you're talking about.
You don't remember the giant black guy?
Black dude, yeah.
6'1", 250 pounds, looked like he could eat you whole. You don't remember him?
Yes. Lives with Rob at the apartment?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
And you first started fucking with I shouldn't put her name out there like that. You're an old lady.
Uh-huh.
And Rob wouldn't let you fuck in his room. So you went in Greg's room because there was 8 of us there, you know what I'm saying, smoking blunts, doing dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you come out laughing like a motherfucker. And I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing at, Clay? He's just like, like, I don't fucking understand. Then fucking Denise tells me what happened. And I'm like, weak as a bitch. Greg comes home from being at the Army Reserves for 2 weeks. That was his 2-week stint. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Grabs his pillow, lays on the motherfucking couch, turns the TV on, and starts rubbing his face all up in it. Just rubbing his face all up in it. Like, this pillow's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it was so good. Dude, you had to be there. Don't get it twisted. But that shit was epic as fuck, dude.
Rob's apartment could be a whole mini-series for us.
It could.
Well,
I don't think there's a single one of us that doesn't have a good memory there. Maybe not a good memory, but a fun memory.
Oh, I can tell you. I remember something that happened at Rob's apartment, and we were all hanging out, and I decided that I was the manliest man ever and decided to try to chug a liter of vodka.
It's a great plan.
No, I haven't been able to drink vodka since. I won't do it. I won't do clear liquors at all. Anyhow, so I'm being all manly, and there's this chick over there. This is before Denise and I got together. I think it was only weeks before we got together. And I don't remember who brought the chick over. Fuck, I'm a terrible storyteller. Anyway, there's this chick, and I'm trying to be manly. So I'm like, we're playing games or whatever. Rob's got, what did he have at the time? Like a Sega Saturn CD or some shit.
Yep, exactly what he had. Yep.
And we're playing the games, and I'm like, every time the bottle goes around for shots or whatever, I just grab the bottle, take a big old swig. And of course, very shortly, my 145-pound ass is god-awful drunk. So I'm stumbling around. I don't know what the fuck has happened. I do remember Greg laughing at me because I was so fuckered that I couldn't get from the living room to the bathroom, which, I mean, seriously, what was it, guys? 15 long strides from the living room to the bathroom. And I'm stumbling around. I threw up once after, swigging on it 8-10 times. And Greg's laughing at me. Rob's busy in his room getting it on with whatever married woman he was with at the time. Chrissy, I think. And
Yep, probably so.
And so I come out of the bathroom and accidentally turn right into Chrissy and Rob's room. Luckily, the door was closed and I was too drunk to fumble the knob open. So I just sort of rammed into the door, hit it with my shoulder, then my head, turned around like, oh, there's the light, and started following the light. So I sat back down at the table. And there's this chick I'm trying to impress with my manliness, which I am bad at. Fuck, work call.
He's the worst. You're the worst.
He is the worst. He is the fucking worst. Like mid-story and shit.
God damn, you're the worst, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
It's awful. I'm telling you, I have so many great stories from the fucking apartment.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
out
that
there,
shit
bro.
was great, dude.
I got
Rob
one
cock
for after.
blocking me.
We're not going to
Dick.
get to the family stuff, but we can make that another episode because, yeah.
I don't remember family that much coming to the house.
Well, I'll just give you the premise because it didn't happen often. I don't know if you remember that or not. It did not happen often at all.
No.
But I was going to tell the story of when came down and that motherfucker just went off on his own and then we got in trouble for it.
I don't remember that. No, I don't. I remember coming down because Aunt made the nastiest ass tuna casserole ever, and I threw that shit in the bush, and Mom found it.
She did, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't remember him going out on his own and us getting in trouble for it.
Maybe when we tell the story, probably next week, I guess it'll come to you because it was some bullshit. I was mad as shit.
It was probably my fault.
No, it was completely 100% his fault. I remember the whole story very vividly.
Oh, okay.
Because it just added to my hatred for him. I don't like him. He's an awful human being.
He is. Supposedly going back to prison too. So.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, shocking is right. Well, fucking robbery. So. Yeah.
They need to throw away the key.
No, he's got to get 3 for that, Nate. He's only at 2. So I think he'll be better once his mom dies, but I don't know if he knows better. You know what I'm saying? So
He is far beyond the point where he can blame it on his upbringing.
I mean, his chance of upbringing was like, here, have some drugs. So I mean, that sets.
I got offered drugs many times in my childhood, Mark.
Yeah, but not by your mama.
That's fair, but
I mean, that changes. That changes a lot of shit if you see your mom do it every day.
there's plenty of people who have had drug experiences and
yeah, that's fair, and then turned out okay. That's 100% fair. But they also didn't attempt the assistant mayor of fucking.
well,
So
they weren't aiming high enough, were they?
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
You'll have to edit that out. We'll talk
Okay,
about it later.
super. Okay, sorry, back from my work
although
call.
technically it's all public knowledge, so
It
it's
does-
all in the court.
Whatever. It's whatever. You're supposed to be talking podcast nonsense. Anyways, I sit back down at the table.
You're
And-
the worst storyteller ever. Go ahead, motherfucker.
and I'm too drinky to do anything. I can't play the cards because I can't read them. I can't hold on to them. And the bottle comes back around to me, and people don't stop me. I just turn that thing upside down. I vomited in the sink. I vomited on the kitchen floor. I vomited right in front of the couch. I vomited on the table where people were playing cards. And I went over to the couch to try to pass out. And this chick was flirting with me and fondling me while I was trying to pass out drunk. Denise could tell you the same story, probably better.
Well, it has to be better. Okay, first off, it just has to be. All right, you're the worst
You
ever.
are including the most mundane details that are not important to the story at all.
Like what?
But like the fact that you tried to go into Rob's room but couldn't, it's not pertinent to the story at all.
Now, see, it would have been hilarious had you ran in there and he's hitting his old lady in the ass or something, and you standing there shocked and then vomit. That would have been the greatest story ever.
Right? Well, no.
Vomit on Rob while he's doing his business. It'd be great.
See, this
That
is
would have been a good
This
story.
is the thing. I've had adventures, but they're not funny adventures. When I
they
recall
don't have
them
to
in
be
my
funny.
mind,
It don't have to be
it's
funny.
like I'm not sure. And the thing is, all of it's fuzzy. If I can remember it at all, anything I can remember is super fuzzy.
All right, here, check it out. Here's a girl story for you from the apartment. None of you guys were there. So
I wasn't there for Clay's escapade either. I don't remember that shit, but go ahead.
Most of my details are fuzzy, or little fuzzy. I don't remember the guy. Like, he was a kind of tall, skinny guy. I don't remember his name at all. Only recall hanging out with him like twice at the apartment. It was he, him, myself, and Billy. And Rob was, again, in his bedroom banging Chrissy or what fucking.
Are you sure it wasn't Billy's cousin? Or was it
might have been, I don't know.
Or was it that other guy, Clay? You remember him? The guy that Billy fucking elbow dropped off the top rope and then put him in the scorpion or in the Boston Crab?
First, let's define Billy.
William the Third. Big giant fat guy who lives in the Trollo Park.
Will?
Yeah, you know him.
No,
Billy.
The fucking most
yes,
hilarious racist you will ever meet in your whole life.
Okay.
Dog biscuits dipped in mayonnaise? Yeah, that guy. Okay. Okay. So anyway, Billy runs to 7-Eleven. I don't remember the guy's name. Matt, I think. It's very generic.
Matt.
I don't know. I don't know, Mark.
No.
I don't know.
He was a dirty dick nigga.
Probably, because that might be him. Because when we were talking about it, he was like, let's go find some girls. And I'm like 7th grade at the time. So he's like 10th grade, 11th grade at the time. So I'm like, we're probably not shooting in the same ballpark, bro. Like, that's the wrong story. But anyway, he told me he only had one condom, so he would just rinse it out, and then I could use it. Which is very gross. I was like, that's fucking disgusting. You're a weirdo. When is Billy coming back? But, so we go outside. You remember right outside the apartment was that little jungle gym kind of thing?
In the back? Yeah.
Yeah. So we went out back, and there's these 3 girls there. And they looked young, but I'm probably making them younger in my mind than they actually looked. So Matt, kicked some game to them, and they came in the apartment. And we're talking to them, and they're like, so are you a virgin? And I'm like, bitch, I'm in the 7th grade. I'm playing with G.I. Joes and shit. Like, yes, I'm a virgin. What's wrong with you? And she's like, oh, then you're not my type. And I was like, okay, cool. So Billy's back. I'm going to go play Magic the Gathering. You do whatever fuck you want. I think the dude banged one of them. I think. Because he left with her. But anyway, in the middle of that, Rob came out with his tighty whities that were stained pink because he put them in the colored load.
He always does that shit too.
Washed them with that. And he's just looking at us like, what the fuck are y'all doing? So anyway, fast forward 6 months, because this was summertime. I'm in 8th grade, and these girls pull up on the 7th grade bus. Them bitches were in the 6th grade talking about I'm not a virgin. Gross. What is wrong with you? And
that is so nasty.
I assume Matt at this point. Yes. I assume Matt at this point. Mark, that sounds correct. I don't know. But did he have really bad acne?
Horrible acne, little shaved head.
Yeah, that's probably him then.
Yep, Matt.
I'm pretty sure he banged one of them, which means his 16, 17-year-old ass banged like a 10-year-old or an 11-year-old. Dude, that's how old they had to have been.
I'm going to tell you straight up about Matt, because Matt was Brandon. I mean, everybody knows Brandon. Okay, He was one of the best wingman you could ever get, dude. There would be the hottest chick with the gorilla bitch. And you go Mac on the motherfucking hot chick, and that bitch is like, if you can find somebody for my friend. And Matt's like, I got it. I'm like, you are the shit. Get it. Get it. Big gorilla looking bitch. Get it, dude. Brandon was the same way.
I vaguely remember him being pretty smooth because he got them into the apartment pretty quickly, which this was 11 o'clock at night. So clearly their parents had no idea what was going on.
Wow, that is wow. I don't even.
There was some child endangerment in that story. There was some Magic the Gathering in that story. There was some Rob and his tighty whities in that story. So that's a good story, bro. And then it capped off with the fact that they were fucking 10.
Yeah.
How old are you in 6th grade? 11 years old?
I don't know.
You can't be older than 12. Can't be. And this dude is basically a grown man trying to bang him. Gross.
Probably did bang him, dude.
I'm pretty sure he banged at least one of them. Because one of them, I don't remember any of their names or any of what they look like or anything like that. That's why my memory is fuzzy as shit. But I remember the event. But one of them said her parents weren't home. And he was like, then I'll walk you home or some other line like that. And they left together. And I was just sitting there with the other two. And then I was like, I'm going to go play Magic with Billy. Y'all do whatever fuck y'all want. It's not my house. I don't give a fuck. Damn. Calling me a nerd for being a virgin at 12. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, right?
I don't even know. I don't even fully grasp the concept of an erection at 12 years old, okay?
Oh, I grasped the erection at 12 years old, but
you know what I'm saying? I'm not...
no, as you would say, Mark, I'm not
my
erection,
smash.
Clay. like my erection.
Right, but like this is like even pre-internet being mainstream. So I've got no concept of what sex is other than sex is sex. You know,
Right.
like I'm not. I mean, I know the basics, but
I kind of
that's all
got. I kind of got molested / raped in my first event, so it's cool.
I mean, that happens. That never
I was
happened to
12.
me.
I was Nate and didn't understand, and she was just doing it, and I was like, "That's sweet." So.
No, I opted to go play Magic the Gathering with Billy.
No, hell no.
I'm sure it
no,
was a
don't
grand
fuck your Magic the
experience.
Gathering. We'll burn all these bitches.
That was my experience. At least I can say this for Billy. At least he didn't try to mac on one of the other ones. All right.
And I'm surprised because Billy normally would.
I
So
remember. So it was a very weird experience. And when they saw me that day getting off the bus and they were getting off the bus, they were like a little embarrassed. And I was like, y'all are gross. Don't come near me. Don't talk to me. Back away.
see, now I would have looked at it as like I can smash one of those.
Wasn't that interested, bro?
I mean, I feel you. Obviously, you were not that interested, but that's how my brain would have worked. Like,
Yeah, but
which
Nate
one's
was
the hottest
probably
one?
he was working on the new deck. He was living the straight edge life. I mean, at 12 years old, I was still living the straight edge life too.
I didn't do shit in my entire youth, guys. Like the worst thing I did was sneak out of the house once. And even then I was bored and came home. I'm like, this is dumb. I mean, that's not true. I got into plenty of fights and but I never did drugs. I can remember twice that I was drunk. That's it. Twice in my entire life. And neither of those experiences was pleasant for me. That's not my thing.
Smoking blunts, fucking snorting
Never
cocaine.
smoked pot a day in my life. Never did cocaine.
Fucking greatest, dude.
Oh,
greatest.
okay. On that note, that's where we're going to wrap up on the greatest. See, that was a good outro note. Unless you guys want to add anything, that's 30 minutes of Tales from the Gona.
Discombobulated and a motherfucker.
What are you talking about? It was perfect.
That's good entertainment, bro.
It was good entertainment, but it was discombobulated and a motherfucker. Stories
so?
interjecting with stories.
Well, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's like Nate said, and I hate the word since Nate started using it. It's flow, bro.
It is flow, though. It's felt natural.
Yeah,
it's organic.
Exactly. Until I start telling a story, and then you're all like...
Because you're the fucking worst!
I don't know how to
work on
tell
it, bro.
stories outside of typing them with my fingers because
Clay,
I'm not used
you're the
to
only
telling
published
them.
author in our family ever, and you're
Yep.
gonna tell me you can't tell a fucking story?
I don't remember. I don't remember enough to have it formulated in my mind in an entertaining manner. Mark,
All right, Clay,
I'm sure
next
you've
week, hold on.
probably thought about that or what Yin did in the mall at least like 1,500 times in your life. It pops up once in a while.
Oh,
it
if
just
not,
pops
I
up.
see an Asian chick walking down the street. I look at
It
her like,
pops up.
oh, bitch,
Bam,
I could jump
bam.
kick her.
And see, you've got that story formulated and reformulated and evaluated in your head so much that you can tell it in an entertaining fashion. I can make up a story. You want me to make up a story? But
No,
I
this shit
No,
is
I think what you need to do,
nonfiction.
Clay, yeah, I think what you need to do, Clay, is feed off of what we say. You need to let what we say click in your brain, and then you can formulate something.
Clay, we need to tell the story next week of Annie's party that Annie wasn't part of. That's what we need to do.
Well, I just
Also,
realized.
Mark, just to throw this in there, I was published 4 times in high school, so suck a dick.
Oh,
all right?
okay. All right, bitch. Whatever.
So-
Motherfucker. I was never published, all right?
We are going
That's 'cause
to
I
get
can't-
out of here.
Because I can't
Everybody
write.
Have a wonderful week or two. We're not sure if this is bi-weekly or weekly yet. Who knows? But I'm going to roll the outro, and everything
gotta see how it
should
does.
Yeah, we'll find out how it goes. To our dedicated listeners, the 13 to 16 of you, thank you for joining us. To our YouTube audience, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
None of you have to eat a dick. Just everybody else. All right.
Unless you want to.
I mean, all right, you can do your thing, but I suggest not eating it.
Well,
Cow dick? Cow dick?
I mean, it's
That's
beef, right?
Right, yeah. Fuck it.
No, I'd also want to know why we're one of the only animals that can't eat each other and have problems. Like tigers eat each other; they don't have no fucking issue.
Yeah,
We
but
eat
Tigers
enough
have
human.
lots of issues.
We have fucking the shakes and shit.
well, isn't that how cows get like mad cow disease?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, bam.
Yes. Yeah, but they're fucking
Debunked.
they're herbivores, dude.
No,
not
they're
good for our own diet. We're pretty
opportunistic
simple.
omnivores. They'll eat birds, worms, mice, anything that gets underneath of them.
So just don't put a cow there.